is Another Gay Horror Pod with Stuart Ross and Jesse Tevitt. Original.
Okay.
The 2000
Liv Tyler.
or what's the Liv
Yeah.
Tyler. Thank you. Yes.
Strangers classic.
Stuart and I were
proper.
talking about it recently, and I was like, you know what? I love this movie so much. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
And Liv
Can
is
I tell you
great. And I saw
something?
Scott. Go ahead.
No. I mean, time out for name drop. I know I've worked with Speedman and with Liv Tyler, but other than that, I fucking have never seen it on purpose because just the trailer alone troubled me so much. I've never seen it. And I've seen
That's
most
fair.
of the things. There's only a few that I'm like, that I cannot countenance in my life. I cannot have it.
Yeah. It's really stressful because it's realistic. It could happen to anyone, you know?
Yeah.
That being said, I did see Scott Speedman at Air One maybe a year ago, and he looked incredible. I was like, oh my.
What was he buying?
Oh,
I actually don't know that I like clocked what he was carrying. I think I was just like, that's Scott Speedman. I like didn't really investigate.
I can tell a
He
story,
was in
but I don't know
running.
if I
He was
can
like
tell
in
on
running
the air.
shorts. Listen,
He's
girl. Last
very
time
athletic.
we had H. Allen Scott on here.
I know it. Yeah, I know it.
We are recording, aren't we, Stuart? Whoops.
Yeah, we are recording, but I can remove anything that you want me to remove after the fact. We had H. Allen Scott dropping dick sizes of celebrities on our.
He likes to
Evil
talk
Dead
about
2
them
episode.
dicks. Yeah.
He
Yes.
does.
Yeah, I mean,
he does.
I
And
need
so
to
do we.
listen to
So
that. Was
we're-
he?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to that episode yet. Are the dick sizes on the app or off the app?
They're on the app.
Are they
I
recorded? Okay.
at the end was
Okay.
like, do you want me to cut that thing where you were talking about Jeff Goldblum's dick? And he was like,
That we
no,
saw.
I would talk about it in public. Don't worry about it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Thank
what
God.
we
I
want.
believe that he would.
That's the kind of
Yeah.
Hollywood tea we want to spill here.
Yeah. So Sam,
Celebrity
if you were
I
to,
just remember.
if you were going to go into a Scott Speedman tirade,
Well, this is not about dick or anything. It's just like I know him through friends, and he's a really great guy, very energetic. And one time we were all at the Parker in Palm Springs for Busy Phillips. It was either Lindsay Sloan's birthday party or Busy Phillips' birthday party back in this period where everyone would have a big the Parker Palm Springs birthday weekend. And me and my friends were sitting eating at Mr. Parker, and Josh Myers, who's Seth's brother, who's great. He and Speedman had done at their table, and they waved out, and they were walking through, and Speedman just collapsed and fainted on the floor in front of everyone. Like, it was like kind of shocking. And like it was one of those like scenes from a movie, like, oh! But they had been playing foolishly, and these are straight guys who run and gun. They had been playing fucking tennis this was in Busy's birthday. It was June 25th. It was also right after it was the day Michael Jackson and Farrah Fawcett died, and we were all there that weekend. And because they were playing tennis in Palm Springs during the day,
During June.
and he was dehydrated in June, the last weekend of June.
Did somebody get him the vapors?
Right. I'm kidding.
He just like
Serves him
went
right. No, I'm
down.
kidding.
Like Speedman dropped out. Yeah.
Speedman Slowman.
Yeah.
He
Speedman
did.
slowed down.
Speedman
slowed down,
to a
baby.
halt. Yeah, he did. He was slow man. He was faint man. He was drop man.
Oh,
Okay.
It's faint. When people faint, it's really scary. It's. Really,
I mean, my
really
fainting
scary.
story is I fainted during Hung Up at Madonna.
You
at
did?
the Forum. Yeah, completely. To the ground, locked my knees, was too excited, fainted to the ground.
So it was
Chris thankfully picked. Yeah.
This was an excitement faint, like a swoon.
Yep. Like a fainting
Whoa.
goat.
Wow.
I was
That's
so
amazing.
excited. I was like 50 feet away from Madonna. And
That's
she was
incredible.
singing
Okay.
my favorite song. And I
That is
just
a hell of a great
I
song.
locked my body up. And then, but thankfully, Chris picked me up, got me water, convinced the security guard I wasn't on drugs, which I wasn't. And I was up and standing by Vogue. But it was like, for like 2 songs, I was like,
Standing
okay, I'm
by
going to sit down.
Vogue.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have possibly a competing gay faint story that I didn't completely pass out, but it did happen a few weeks ago. It's also the night I realized I was getting flu. Went to Karen Kilgariff's house. Do you know Karen? She's a stand-up, and she does My Favorite Murder.
Mm.
Old friend. I was doing my new solo show that I'm doing it in April, and you'll both be forced to go to. Karen was like, come up to the house. I can't come to the show that night, but come to the house. Jacob Tierney's in town. And I know Jacob through Karen. He created Heated Rivalry. And then, after my show, we It's only an hour. It's done by 9. Hang out with friends. Get up to her house about 10:15 up in the hills, and because Jacob's great, I wanted to see him, and also I was like, I'm going to shake my maracas for Mister, and
Yeah.
and
Hello.
so I got there, and there's a few people in the house. It was like Zach Noe Tower and Guy Branum and like 10 or other Carrie O'Donnell, his husband, sprinkle of like gays and straight people, very low key. I could see Jacob out on the patio, and I walked in and saw Karen, and I was like, hey, hi, we were talking and everything, and she was facing me. I was looking into the kitchen, and I see Zach Noe Tower and Carrie O'Donnell and Simon talking to a guy, and Karen and I are catching up. She's like, I'm like, is Jacob outside? She's like, yeah, and 2 of the guys are here. And I said, what? And she said, 2 of the guys from the show are here. Because she hadn't really watched it. She was just kind of like, it's my friend's show. I'm aware, but I haven't, And she said, I said, which one? She's like, the guy with his back to in the kitchen is the Russian. And then another one's out on she's like, it's not the Asian guy, but it's the other guy who's Canadian. And I was like, and I literally, I'm feeling it now. Like I started to get like faint. Like I literally, the thing where the blood rushes out of your head and everything goes a little bit white. That's the thing about fainting for me. I always go white, not black. And I was just like, and she held my hand. She's like, deep breath. And so the gag, as you gays say, was I went in, and of course I've told the story a million times and I will tell it till I die, which could be any day now. But anyway, yes. I walked in to see, I'm like, Zach, Carrie, hug, and I'm like, hey, hi, I'm Sam Pancake. I didn't even say that. I was like, I love the show. You're so amazing. It's gorgeous, gorgeous Connor story. He's so nice. He's like, I know you. And he's like, what? He's like, we've met before. And I said,
oh my
what?
God.
I was like, please help me out here. He's like, no, but we know each other with the same world. And we figured it out. And I was like, oh, because one of my besties, Drew Drogi, was his groundlings teacher. Because he was just like any other young jobbing, trying to make an actor in LA. And he's like, I had groundlings and I've seen you in I think in Golden Girls and other like gay groundling shows that I've done and other stuff. Yeah. And so it's like we met like in passing. And also he's like from TV. And I was like, thank you. And then I go outside. And it was Scott Hunter, Francois Arnaud, and I like said hi to Jacob and his producing partner, and I turned to Francois, and he was like, I was like, it's so great to meet you, and he's very disarming and very like, they're both very like, you don't need to, they're both so kind about it, but very disarming. Yeah. And it's just a small personal space. And then he was like, oh, I know you. We've met before. I said,
no,
I don't think so. I was like, you were in a movie with my friend, because he's in Twinless that my best girlfriend's in. And we were talking about that. He was like, and then Jacob started saying who I was to him and said really nice things, which I wrote me Pete because I'm so humble. And then the fucking other giggity gag was this. That we're sitting around a table. It's like Connor, Francois, he's sitting next to me, and he's very like much more French and like sensual. He's so great. I smoked a cigarette with them, and this is one of I shouldn't have. And Jacob and Karen and Guy Branum and then Karen's cousin and his wife and this very small chatty, really cool, low key. And then Karen, who's like, it's like me, Guy Branum, Karen, Francois, Brendan, of course I have it memorized, and then the other people. And then Francois was next to me, and he's like, Karen mentions a podcast. And he was like, podcast? And then he's like, oh my God. He was like, that's her. He didn't know, because he's a huge My Favorite Murder fan. He didn't understand he was at Karen Kilgariff's house. It was just Jacob's friend Karen.
Oh my God.
Because I guess he didn't put it all together. He's like, I didn't put it together. And he was like, I'm going to faint. And I was like, oh my God, that was me 5 minutes ago. Like, it was such a weird switcheroo. And I said, I'll tell her. He's like, don't say anything. It was so fucking crazy and wild. And he was like, I can't believe it. I can't believe this is her house. I never put it together. And he's sitting there listening to her voice as on a podcast as she's telling a story. He's like, it was just one of those magical LA nights. That's all.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I feel like that's got to happen like, not all the time, but like celebrities meeting other celebrities who fawn over celebrities who also fawn over them. It's like everyone's about to pass out always in this town. You know what I mean? Like,
yes. Well, that's what we need to go to. And I've been lucky enough to go to the Emmys and shit. And it's like that. It's like crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God. I also
it's always surprising who's a fan of who and who's aware of who.
And who knows each other. And you're like, oh my God,
the biggest hockey show on. Yeah.
Like
Yes.
off camera, I'll
Yes.
tell you some other stuff that just at this
Also-
Emmys alone, we're all like, oh, these two super famous ladies that we love do not like this third,
Yeah.
and they're actively shit talking her about her
Oh my God.
in a way that's kind of like their running joke is about this other actress. And it was so, and I'm not going to say any of the names right now because it was like in the green room with the Emmys,
Sure.
stays there, except for off camera, of course.
Yeah. That is
God.
crazy. That is the most January 2026 dinner party you could be at.
Wait, yeah, Sam, when was this? This a week ago? When did you say this was?
This was my show. I did my show 16. This was 2 weeks ago. It's like, today's
okay.
the 4th. This was January
Oh my God.
17th.
Wow.
Okay.
January 17th.
I cannot think of another set of stars that have shot to like the stratosphere as quickly as these boys have. These heated rivalry boys.
I love
it's
it.
Crazy. I'm like, how is Connor Story? Respectfully, I love them. I love them. But I'm like, holy shit, Connor Story's hosting SNL later this week. Later, no.
And he
next
was
week?
literally waiting
Sometime soon.
tables. They told us next week, I think. He was waiting tables. They were still waiting
Yes.
tables when they were shooting it. They shot 6 episodes in 36 days of all of that thing. As you know, is a short schedule.
Incredible.
And with all that hockey and creating a whole new thing. And Brendan Brady, the producing partner, he's like, and most of the days were 10-hour days, which I was like, what? And he was like, Jacob's that good. They had their shit together. I was telling some other production person, they were like, yeah, think
Honestly,
of it. 2 days for hockey, 2 days at the cottage, 2 days. I'm like, oh, yeah. You know.
Yeah. 2 days at the cottage.
Same hotel for all the different hotel hookups.
Yeah. You find a hotel with a bunch of different rooms
heated
that look
hotels.
different.
No, also just good on them for like maintaining composure is not the right word, but like because all this stardom has happened so quickly for them, like they seem to be handling it so well, like so just so well, like so swimmingly.
Yeah,
you know,
gracefully.
Gracefully.
I think
the right
when
word.
you
gracefully,
become a celebrity, having waited tables at a restaurant in Culver City, you're gonna be humble because that's Connor Story was working at like the Culver City Stairs, the restaurant there, like last year.
Oh, that's where it was. Okay,
I think everyone should wait tables. You know what I mean?
So that's according to a TikTok video. So I'm not 100% sure that's real facts, but until proven wrong, I believe it.
I've lost you. Am I gone?
Oh wait, Sam, you cut out. Oh no.
Yeah,
we got you back.
Am I back?
We got you back.
Am I back?
You're back.
I wonder if I get close. I'm going to try to get closer to the. Maybe I'm back. I'm going to try to get closer to the server or whatever it's called, the modem. I don't know.
Yeah,
if that's
of course.
Help at all.
You do that. I'm going to clean my camera.
I thought you said I'm going to clean my kitchen.
That looks better with my random sock.
Can you see that on the TV? I
This
have
kind of
literally
speaks to who I am.
Did you just
3D.
Did you just clean your camera with a cum sock, Jesse?
It's not a cum sock, Stuart. It's a regular sock.
Every sock is a cum sock.
I've never come in a sock. I never understood that.
Same.
It's just not for me, I guess.
Thank you for saying that. Same, because I feel like that is something that is talked about and never actually done. You know,
I'm not going to comment.
Jesse, it did work. You look much cleaner.
Yes.
Amazing. Love that. With my fresh
should we hop
sock.
To some horror conversation?
I would love to.
Yes.
Unless you have any more like really good name drops.
If you come to know me, you'll realize that's all I have because I'm empty inside and I've been here working since 1990 and I'm a shell of a man held together with, name drops and I was going to say cocaine, but those are the old days.
I was going to say cum socks.
Cum socks
name
and
drops
cocaine.
and cum socks. That's my
name drops and cum
show.
socks. There
That's
you go.
my one woman show.
That's the name of this episode.
But no, even like because we met up for coffee before Christmas, and like every single story you told me, I was trying to like control my face because it wasn't. But it wasn't ever braggy or anything. It was just literally just talking about your life, and it was so casual. But when you consider, I mean,
forgot to get famous. All my friends are famous, but me because I forgot to get famous, and so that's
you've been
story.
in Friends, Will and Grace, Arrested Development, Gilmore Girls, Search Party, Saved by the Bell, Angel, Charmed, Parenthood, Pushing Daisies, Major Crimes, documentary now, The Rookie, The Goldbergs, and that's just the list you sent me. I didn't even go into your IMDb.
It's just clearing up as you were talking, as you were listing those, Stuart. I feel like rejuvenated. Oh my gosh!
By all the name drops.
Yeah,
not to even limit Legally Blonde 2, Red, White, and Blonde.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
Which-
Crazy.
Is truly one of the best movies ever.
truly one of the best.
If you want to talk
truly,
about sequels, did you skip Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3, Viva la Fiesta, exclamation point?
I didn't see
speaking of
Beverly Hills
waiters,
Chihuahua
it's-
3.
It's one of the many
crazy.
waiters I have played.
It's crazy you say that because I was just randomly thinking about that movie the other day, Beverly Hills Chihuahua, and now I'm
Meant
Googling
to
it.
be.
Now it's one of my 87 tabs. Beverly Hills Chihuahua. I forgot it was a Disney production.
Yeah.
don't
I
know
was in
what.
3, not 1. Sorry, not the OG.
No.
That's okay.
But
Apologies.
some might say 3 is
Apologies. I apologize for not being in Beverly Hills Chihuahua
Chihuahua
1.
Would it please the court for me to apologize for my lack of participation in
We
LV
forgive.
and like, wait,
You could just release like a
C1.
notes app apology. It has come to
Please.
my attention that
Tiny print, really big, and force people to look at it.
Oh my god. Oh, Frances Fisher is in Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3.
That's who I worked with. Francis,
Emily-
my day with Francis.
Emily Osment, George Lopez. Okay. This is
I
pretty...
just worked with. I just worked with Francis and dogs, and I remember like. I did one day, it was all at the Langham in Pasadena. I did one day, and then I flew to Colorado for 2 weeks to do this other really bad movie. And then I came back and did a day at the end. It was like one of those, like, 2 weeks later, I walk out the door. But I do remember, like, the guy who played the chef slaps me on the ass real hard. And I don't think we do that anymore in Disney movies, but I did not mind it at all.
no.
Ooh, okay.
I think they should bring back light ass slapping in Disney movies. I think that's really what Disney's missing right now.
Yeah.
This was a firm one. I remember that because he
Firm.
was either. I remember he like put some swing into it, or maybe I'm
Yeah.
still dreaming about it later. But I
You
just remember
fainted. You saw white and passed out.
It landed,
You're like, oh my
yeah, and I
God.
fainted. I remember he was either French himself or playing a French guy. He just like smacked my ass. It's in the movie, I'm pretty sure.
You guys, I'm totally okay with this just becoming a Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3 episode instead of a Friday the 13th part 3 episode.
I'm not. So
Yeah.
I watched
Okay.
this movie I hate again for the two of you.
Oh,
if
you
we're just gonna
hate
get
it?
to
Okay, I'm
brass
excited
tacks.
to talk about it. I'm
I
excited
have
to talk about
a rambling prologue about why. Excuse
Okay.
me, I hate it, and many slashers. If you want to hear them,
I can't.
Yes.
Let's
it
first
gets
hop.
political.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Let's first hop into general horror territory.
Yes, Beverly Hills
and
Chihuahua. Yes, we were
Beverly
doing
Hills
that.
Chihuahua. We're scared.
Naturally.
But what is like your first horror memory? What is like a
You know-
movie that stands out to you?
Well, I was thinking about this today where like I've been asked that before, and but I realized today that if this counts, other than like The Wicked Witch and the Wizard of Oz, which impacted all of us very heavily, or like the scary part of Willy Wonka, because I am an old Gen X. I remember Dark Shadows was on every day when I got home from kindergarten and first grade, and we watched it with our neighbors, the Seaberts, and nothing was scarier. And I realized now, like at the time, feeling like I should be more brave. And I'm like, baby boy, you were 5 and 6 years
Yeah.
old.
Oh my god.
There's nothing scary about it now, but just the theremin music and the house on the cliff and the rolling waves and the like that was, and the name coming into focus of Dark Shadows at stately, oh my God, I can't believe I forget the name of it. Collinswood Manor.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Collinswood Manor. That was the feel I had of like, I might pee my pants. I'm so excited yet. And there's also that thing with horror when you're young, I think, at least with me, where there was like that excitement, scared, you love to be chased, you love hide and seek, you love that stuff. But then there's also when you're this boy and you realize your deal about liking guys a lot when you're 4, there's a frisson of eroticism in there too, because I was like, oh, the men and Barnabas Collins. And I cannot tell you how fucking famous Barnabas Collins and Jonathan Frid was in that period.
Yeah.
It was major. And he wasn't for me, but Quentin David Selby was. So that was really the first thing that I remember as a true, like almost daily being terrified horror experience.
Yeah. No, and 5 for a vampire laced daytime soap opera that's a lot.
Yeah, I do. I
And
definitely was scared.
ghosts, werewolves. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole shebang. I remember I was scared, but I was also fascinated whenever I my grandma would always put it on when I would come over, and I was like, tonally, I couldn't get a read on it. I was like, this is scary, but also soapy, but also like, just I was just like really enamored by it. It's a great. Where do you stand on the Tim Burton remake?
Oh, I sit and I lie down about it. I don't stand. It made
I
me
actually think
so.
I actually think there is value in it, courtesy of Michelle Pfeiffer. Courtesy of Michelle
Absolutely.
Pfeiffer.
Okay, there's always value
I
in
love-
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Exactly.
Because Grayson Hall as Doctor, or whatever her name was so bananas in the original.
Oh, yes.
That Helena Bonham Carter, I just had high expectations because I wanted to love it. And it was one of the many at the time Tim Burton huge disappointments like Big Eyes.
Yes.
I also not recently enough, I was looking about when I saw that, and I was like, should I watch again? Should I get another chance? Because I love Michelle Pfeiffer. And I looked at it, and it was one of the last I remember going by myself to see it in the theater. It was one of the last movies I saw where I was before I went into rehab and detox, and where I was so sick with the drink that I was not like an alive person.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how good my gauge was. So I probably should watch it again.
I don't know if you're going to have that different.
But there is something. I have a hot take. I think it might be the last. I don't want to like shit on Tim Burton, but I think it might be the last movie of Tim Burton's that you can tell is Tim Burton and not
okay.
I like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, but there was
that's
something
true. Yeah.
about it that felt it wasn't Burton.
No, it felt like a TV movie version of Beetlejuice, but it felt like a Tim Burton directed TV movie of Beetlejuice, and
true.
It scratched an itch for me.
Well, Wednesday scratches a lot of the Burton itch for me, and he has directed a lot of them, right?
I think he directs all of it, and then it's also written by the guys from Smallville, and which that's like Smallville was like very much my shit in like middle school, high school.
Oh yeah.
So something about the pacing of the episodes, which is sometimes maddening as an adult to me, it hits the like kid me, and I'm like, okay, this is a great show. I still haven't seen the second season, but I liked the first season.
I love it.
Yeah.
Second season has lots of Joanna Lumley, and I'm that gay. She's grandmama.
Yeah.
Well, and Eva Green is coming on for season 3 as Morticia's sister.
Really?
I love
didn't
love
know
her.
that.
Which is like brilliant.
Amazing.
Speaking of, isn't she, whatever her name is, Anastasia? Angelica in Dark Shadows movie.
So
I love her.
Dark Shadows, I think, is the Tim Burton I have not seen the whole thing of. I watched part of it on cable and was like, this is not good. Because I watched
visit.
a bunch of the show.
I'm literally one of 4 people who's like, Dark Shadows, give it a visit. It's like my voice can be heard around the world, like because there's no one else saying that. So, but the original Dark Shadows, Sam, amazing, scary.
I'm surprised you've seen it because you guys are wildly younger than I am, and I'm surprised that you. Wow, that's like, who's that lady? She got so cute,
just twirling her hair,
freshly 21.
Wow, just a baby. I hope that's not liquor in there.
I know. Yeah.
I was really into DVDs of like old soap operas.
Oh, interesting.
And so I watched through a lot of Melrose Place. I watched through like 3 seasons of Dallas and 3 or 4 seasons of Dynasty. And I got like one of the greatest hits collections of Dark Shadows just to scratch the itch. And then was like, I don't need to go deeper on this.
It moves so slowly.
Yes,
It's like you try to watch it now, and it's like, how did anyone stand for this back then? But there's good documentaries. It's good to watch the documentaries. They're all on Tubi.
But it feels like something that like HBO Max should make. Like sort of the same thing as The Pit, where it's all in the house, so you don't have to go to a bunch of locations.
Yes.
Just like 15 episodes a year of like this adaptation of Dark Shadows with like
that's a great
good
idea.
Effects. Like that's where it should be. It doesn't need to be a Tim Burton mega budget movie. It should be like sort of more Wednesday level. A little,
And all in the old dark house, or maybe right outside of it, or in the tunnels or basement, or like the outbuildings.
Ooh, the tunnels.
Yeah, you're like on like 2 stages on the Warner Brothers lot. You go to a cemetery once a season to be outside.
Good. Also, I was the last time I rewatched a lot of the later ones, especially the color ones. Is I forgot how much later on the kids are in it. Like the boy who plays, I think, David, but there's a little boy and a little girl, and the little girl is Oh my God. She's somebody. She became somebody later. But
Michelle Pfeiffer.
yes.
Okay.
Dee Dee Pfeiffer. But they worked those kids. Those kids got worked. They got worked.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing question mark. let's
Amazing.
hope those children got. I thought you were saying those kids went on to become like someone, quote unquote. But
no. But I mean, they worked those kids so hard during the day. But like the older boy, he went on to a happy career as a doctor or something. But I forget who the girl is. I'm blanking out now. There's no way to know.
No,
there's no way to know. We love to say that on this podcast. We're like, we could Google it, or we could just let it ride. You know,
live in wonder, like it's the 70s, like exactly. I grew up doing.
Yeah, and I do miss like everyone has a cell phone, and you could just sort of be like, "What is this?" I don't remember. I don't know everything, but now we have access to everything on our phones at all times, and it kind of drives us crazy when we can't immediately know a fact.
Spend so much time on it because one leads to the other, and I have the attention problems. And the next thing I know, it's a half an hour later, and I still haven't figured out who the girl who was on Dark Shadows is now.
I know. You're like really Jesse, and you have 40 threads.
That's why
open.
I'm here, Sam. I am really bad about being on my computer, and then I will pull up something in front of my computer on my phone that I can easily Google on my computer, and I'm like, why am I doing this? It's a sickness.
Yeah.
And then you ask your Apple Home the question that you were going to Google on your computer.
I say, why am I doing this? Going back to Dark Shadows, would you also consider that one of your comfort watches if you were to like revisit a horror something regularly?
Yes, I have been known to go to Amazon and put it on, or Tubi or something. Have even the movies, which aren't that good, but they're like shiny, bright movie 70s colors.
Yeah, it's one
of my go-tos. I haven't done it in a while. My go-tos are random.
Hit us.
But if I'm going to, what I'm obsessed with is strong. But like what I watch a lot of now is a guy named Josh Spiegel. Sorry if this is wrong. He does the movie timelines on YouTube, and he's going through every single decade and talking about every single horror movie and sci-fi movie ever made. Ooh. And he'll do like a chunk of like 1982. Here is like 7 things, and go through with clips. How this young gentleman in Pasadena, pulls this off. And he's so charming and cute.
Okay.
And
our competition, Stuart. Josh Siegel. Okay, so Josh. Well,
it's not a podcast. It's like, well, I guess it kind of is, but it's all videos, and it's so comprehensive. And I don't know how he has time to do all of that. I watch those, but the movies that I watch, because I saw you guys had asked me to be prepared. I don't know if they count, but 2 things I will always put on or watch if they're on or comfort myself is Rocky Horror Picture Show and Death Becomes Her, which is like, I'm not, perfectly straight, obviously. So those are 2. If we're counting those as horror, I will also, Psycho is very soothing to me.
Yeah.
The music alone, it's like my bedtime lullaby.
Yeah.
And the Psycho music is super similar to Death Becomes Her, obviously.
Yeah. That's so true. I haven't watched Death Becomes Her in a while. It's been a minute.
It's so good.
It is good.
Pleasure yourself, young Jesse.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't.
And then watch Death Becomes Her.
Don't get to tell me twice. It's amazing that Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep were in a movie together. You know what I mean? I watched that and I'm like, this is amazing. The fact that
it's amazing that Goldie Hawn lowered herself to be in a movie with Meryl Streep.
She also looks so good. Bruce Willis is also hot in that movie. Nerdy Bruce Willis. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah,
bring us more of that.
And Isabella Rossellini.
Yeah. Wait, who? Not
stunning.
Who? Oh my God! Who was the director? Not Linklater.
Rob Zemeckis.
Rob Zemeckis.
Yeah.
Bring us more of that, Bob.
Rob. I'm on first. I'm short and I'm nicknamed basis. Rob,
Bobby?
Rob.
Bobby Z.
Bobby Z.
Bobby Z.
Well, he brought us God knows he has diversity. He has range.
Truly.
But I want more of that from him.
Right.
And like Roger Rabbit and that, and then What Lies Beneath, and then what are the other ones that he's done that I don't like? No. This is something else.
He has done, like, remember the Witches with Anne Hathaway?
What with Anne Hathaway?
He did a remake of The Witches, and
that was him.
It was an HBO Max original.
I remember now. Yeah.
And when the merger happened, they removed it for tax credits.
And so nobody.
I remember seeing it because Octavia's the grandma in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody said anything when they removed it.
No one
That was
said
the
anything.
only removal that nobody was like, restore the witches. Everyone was like, okay.
Written and produced by Guillermo del Toro. That totally
Was it really?
Yeah.
But not directed. Interesting.
But not directed. Yeah. But anyway,
guys, the screenplay of that movie was co-written by Guillermo del Toro, Kenya Barris from Blackish, and Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah, dude. They were out here.
And that's what they came up with?
Yes.
I know. This was like height of COVID, right? So I think everyone was
produced by Alfonso Cuarón as well.
Oh my God, really?
What the hell? No wonder we were excited.
Wait, I didn't know that. Holy shit.
That is
you know what I wonder?
Just shows to go, yeah.
I wonder if originally Del Toro or Cuarón was set to direct. And then they were like, shit, we can't do this anymore, but Bob will step in.
I feel like this is another case of too many straights. Too many straights in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They think that because that's become a gays iconic film, right? For me and for lots of us.
Absolutely.
So go after fine if you want to do your Frankensteins or Draculas. Yeah, guys, keep pumping them out like you're going to do. No one can stop you, sadly. But, and some of it's good and some of it's not great. Yeah. But pick the movies that, and this is, will Hollywood take this note? No, never. No. But pick the ones that kind of just didn't quite work. The Witches worked, So why do we have to remake it? So many of those, so many examples of that. Like, don't remake the good ones.
I know.
Remake the ones that didn't quite make it.
Yeah. I think Robert Zemeckis is the director who sort of wanders into camp, but doesn't necessarily have the intentional sensibility. Like, Back to the Future 2 is camp.
Yeah.
And then Death Becomes Her is camp. I think What Lies Beneath is kind of camp. You got Amber in the water. But I don't think he does. I think it's he can wander into it, but he can't intentionally do it.
Because he's, how do we say it, a straighta? I hate to classify it like that, but there's a lot of straight man camp that comes through. I just saw that Fuck My Son movie a few months ago.
Oh,
you see
yes.
that?
I haven't seen it, but I know
bananas. It's a whole different category. And I mean, again, it shouldn't be about gender and sexuality, but at the end of the day, we know how things kind of, looking back at historically, this is a straight white dude guy movie, and what was I saying? But Robert Zemeckis, he comes the closest. I mean, Death Becomes Her, and Roger Rabbit in a way. And so, and you're right. Sure. Of all of them, he comes the closest of that generation. And then there's something that's kind of if you think about Will Ferrell, Anchorman stuff, which is that's kind of a campy, it's kind of a different thing, but there's definitely an edge of
but it has Christina Applegate. It's camp.
Yeah, exactly. Camp is a malleable term, right? So
and maybe others would call that camp. It's subjective, yeah. But then there's things like Will Ferrell, and I forget who was the producer, and Kristen Wiig, God bless, hooray for everyone, tried to say the
Lifetime
name. Spoils
the Lifetime movie.
Well, not that one. I'm thinking of Spoils of Babylon. They did a spoof.
Tobey Maguire, right?
And it was I was so ready for it. It just failed. It also bummed me out because they called one of the characters Sam Cake, which is a nickname of mine. And Kristen and Will both know who I am. And I know Kristen a little bit better. But I was every time someone gets a pancake or a Sam Cake in there and I wasn't consulted, I get a little personal. Probably had nothing to do with me. Probably don't remember me at all.
It does feel like you should have had an associate producer credit though.
Yeah.
Dibs on Sam Cake.
Sam Cake is a very specific name. So I would
Thank you.
Kristen Wiig, if you're listening to that. Kristen Wiig, we know you're a huge fan of this podcast. If you're listening,
absolutely, she's listening.
Get in touch.
Yeah, call us. We would like to litigate this issue on the podcast on a special
Spoils of Babylon
courtroom episode. I'm the judge. Jesse's the
Stuart,
stenographer.
I love it. You guys.
I'll play the attorney that I played on Major Crimes.
Yeah,
the aforementioned Major Crimes.
You're going to represent yourself.
Yes.
I
would say next to the horror genre, courtroom dramas are probably my favorite. Genre.
Oh,
movie.
really?
I love a courtroom drama. I'm
juror number 2.
Yeah. Juror number 2.
That one.
Runaway Jury.
Runaway Jury.
I just like juries.
There's something about
the rural juror.
The rural juror.
Yeah, the tension in it's like a chamber piece. That being said, I did just watch what's the movie Aaron Sorkin wrote a few years ago? Shit.
Meet the Ricardos.
No, but I actually once again
A Few Good Men.
No, I love A Few Good Men. The
It is good.
trial of, it was like a Netflix movie or something.
Oh yeah, I know what you're
Chicago.
talking about.
It was like the Chicago
Generally.
7. I was, for some reason, I watched it 86 years late, and I was like really jazzed, but it was not. It was.
You
not
were
great,
like the
gotta say.
only
That's not my
person
go-to.
You were the only person who's ever watched a Netflix movie more than 3 months after it came out.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, The Accused, Jodie Foster. Are you kidding me? Incredible courtroom.
The
Yeah.
Accused.
The
Oscar
Accused.
winner.
Well, and we
Foster
have
winner.
our one Jodie Foster mention out of the way. No,
It's
we've
true.
been talking about Holly
Okay.
Hunter a lot. Sorry.
Oh, we have.
Oh, The
Sam.
Firm. I love her so much.
Yes.
I love
So
her
good.
so much.
We've brought up in the last couple episodes Copycat. We've brought up Home for the Holidays.
I've heard it. Yeah, I heard y'all talking about that. Home for the
Yes.
Holidays was one of those things like, oh, this is, I'm seeing myself in Robert Downey Jr. in a way I had not seen myself on screen before.
Yes,
When I
I'm gonna
was,
watch
like,
it tonight. I'm
30.
gonna watch
I
it when we get off of here.
I still haven't. We've been talking about it for a month, and I still haven't sat down and watched it.
Lock in, bitch.
I will.
Are you like me though, where you will watch it during the holiday season? Because I'm that boy.
Yeah, I have to be in the right mood. The Christmas lights have to be hung. The tree has to be out. Like the Christmas lights need to be hung.
It's gonna be March, and Chris is gonna be like, Stuart, why are there Christmas
Christmas lights
lights everywhere? You're like,
okay.
I have to
You
watch
know
Home for
that
the
I'm not
Holidays.
pulling those Christmas lights out. I'm waiting
I
for
do.
Chris to do it. Yeah,
I do a thing in my paper notebook, my date book I have, where like a thing of a Christmas movie I want to watch this coming Christmas, and I'll write at the beginning of the December page.
Oh, that's smart.
That's me and my notes
Otherwise,
app
it's
list.
wasted.
My
Yeah.
notes app list that's just movies to watch at some point.
That's smart. I should really do that. I should also do that
I
for
have that too.
costumes.
Right
You
now,
know?
it's just Aaron Brockovich and RoboCop. So
Both
Ooh.
masterpieces.
never seen
I buy
either
that
of
for
them.
$1.
Yeah,
You've never seen RoboCop?
no.
Wow, it's great. It's pretty gay.
It's
actually.
Verhoeven, right?
Yeah.
That's the straight man who can kind of try to do camp and it doesn't pull it off, like Showgirls.
I actually think that
I think he can
4,000%.
pull it off.
I think he can pull it off. I think I just watched oh my god, what did I watch? He did the movie with the nun a couple years ago, the like
Benedetta?
lesbian
Oh, Saint
Benedetta.
Benedetta.
Yes. Cannot recommend
Okay.
enough. It is camp,
Okay.
but also like fucking wacky. It's crazy. Benedetta, obviously, Showgirls is great. He did a movie called Black Book, which is maybe based on a true story about a woman who, a
Is that
Jewish
Brittany
woman
Murphy?
who.
Yeah.
no,
That's
it's
Little Black Book.
That was
That's
Little Black Book. Anyway, this woman disguises herself. She's a Jewish woman who disguises herself to kind of infiltrate the Nazi regime, and she like dyes her pubes on camera like blonde. Of
course she does.
Yeah, it's great. God, what is her name? Fuck, she was in Game of Thrones. Anyway, Verhoeven is
Lena
amazing.
Headey or Emilia
No,
Clarke.
it was she was like not a lesser known character, but well, maybe a lesser known character. Her name is Carice von
Turner, Sophie
Houten.
Turner.
Carice von
Oh.
Houten.
Okay.
She is the wife of Guy Pearce, I think. Wife
Oh.
of
In real life?
Guy Pearce, I
Oh,
think so.
they got divorced.
Oh, they did get divorced. Oh, sorry.
Here's my problem
Wow.
with Showgirls. I was at the right age and time to be the gay for Showgirls. I saw
Yes.
it. I was like, a lot of this is rough. It's too ugly and anti. No, I didn't like. Did I work with Elizabeth Berkley later? Yes. Did I bring it up? No. But
Smart.
was it
Probably
the new
smart.
Saved by the Bell? Speaking of camp, yes.
When
But,
you were the
like-
drama teacher on the new Saved by the Bell.
Some would say. And
Some.
anyway, my point was that it's and they tried to make it because it flopped, because we were like,
Sure.
well, this is a wild fucking crazy ride, but like we didn't get. It's not what we expected. I think we did expect more like our version of Valley of the Dolls, which to a degree it is.
Mhm.
And of course, Gina Gershon always understands the assignment and knew exactly what movie she was in.
Always.
And more experienced than Elizabeth, like knew how to fucking take care of herself in the thing. So you
Right.
see the movie though, and I was like, ugh. And some of it's just too ugly and too hard to watch. And then they tried to make it a midnight movie, and it's too fucking long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too long. It's 2.5 hours ish. It's
Yeah.
too long for midnight, and that's why that never took off. And even when I was young and on drugs, I was like, this is too late and too
This
long.
is too much.
For
yeah.
how dark and how heavy, because it
Yeah.
doesn't send you out the door with a musical number like Rocky Horror or
Right.
a John Waters movie or
Right.
many, many others,
Right.
Yeah. It's always because I've seen it. It's one of my husband's favorite movies. So I've now seen it 6
Is he there? Because
times.
I'd like a word.
Yeah,
I'd like
Chris,
a
come on
word.
camera.
Come-
Chris, are you listening?
He's currently watching RuPaul's Drag Race on our couch. I can guarantee you, just old episodes. But every time I watch it, I forget about the last act. And
of Showgirls.
Yeah, which is incredibly dour and dark and sexual assault and like it is, and I'm always like, I'm in the Hollywood Forever cemetery. People were just dancing in the corner to the DJ that was Janelle Monáe, and now
that's for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. She was there,
yes. But now we're gonna watch a sexual assault and then a revenge with 1,000 people sitting on, and I'm like, this is not actually the correct movie, but the first 2/3 are. And then it just I always forget, like, and then it's like a nightmare. And I actually think the movie itself works how much it gets you hyped up for this horny, weird story. And then it sort of turns the camera back on you and says, you're fucked up.
That's what he's all about, though, right?
Which is not fun to a midnight movie. That's not fun for a midnight movie.
Right. Yeah. You're like, I don't want to, I'm looking to get out of this unscathed. I don't want a mirror right now. I want to look through a window and see something freaky and then be able to leave. Yeah.
Should we talk about Friday the 13th 3D?
Yes. 1 second.
Probably.
I need to get your horror. Do you have any horror hot takes or overrated horror movies?
Oh my God. I don't have so many. Oh my God. Where do I start? Give me some examples. I wasn't prepared, and my brain is like that all the time.
I'm trying to think what the last guest said. I think a lot of gays, I feel like, really have an affinity for Scream, the Scream franchise, and our most recent guest sort of was like, I'm not crazy about it. How kind of self-referential it is.
Well, then,
whatever. Yeah, go ahead.
This will lead us into Friday the 13th.
Okay.
I love Scream. I especially love Scream 3. For personal reasons and other reasons, absolutely love it. Parker Lewis can do Parker Lewis can't lose, more like Parker Posey can't lose. Is that reference too old for everyone with early
What's
Fox
Parker
sitcoms?
Lewis can't lose?
There you go. There you go, Sam.
It was a early Fox sitcom starring Corey Nemec as a guy named Parker Lewis. And it was just like, I barely even watched it. It was on Sunday nights. It was the first of the Fox lineup. It was like after Simpsons or whatever. I was like, Parker Lewis can't lose. It's one of those things that's in my head for no one but me.
Parker Posey can't lose.
Parker Posey can't lose. She can't. So I have a lot of things, like, of course, this is probably, I've never seen a Saw. I don't need to. Two of my straight guy buddies wrote the last 5 or 6 of them. Still won't watch. I'm not into the torture porn thing. I don't. If you had to, I've done other horror podcasts where they're like, in terms of genre, within the genre. Like categories, I am slashers on the bottom. I am like suspense, ghost, old dark house, supernatural, demons, devil, chainsaws, maybe. Like if it's a slasher like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's a masterpiece, that's different. Halloween, here's my experience with slashers, and this movie we're going to discuss tonight in particular. I saw Halloween in 78. I was 14. It changed my life. I was like, this is fucking amazing. That was probably because I saw, like, I'd seen sort of things like, I don't even think I saw Burnt Offerings or The Sentinel. These are stuff I've covered recently on my podcast, but they were like scary, like trashy-ish 70s. We weren't allowed to see The Exorcist. I didn't see The Omen. Other kids did, but I didn't see a lot of that stuff because I was kind of like, I did get scared. Yeah. And then Halloween, I remember exactly who I saw it with, where I saw the car that the Thunderbird, my friend Matisha, drove that took us there. I was like, this is amazing. I love this. By the time, and then everything was a copycat. And then later on, the other big thing that really scared the fuck out of me that I thought was fucking brilliant was Phantasm. That movie fucking raked me up and down. When I saw that when I was in and again, I'm in high school seeing this movie. Yeah. This movie, so Friday the 13th came out in 1980. You have to understand, I'm 61 years old. I was born in 64. I turned 18 in 82. I graduated in 82. In 1980, when I was in high school, the only movies with teenagers in them were Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That was one thing. Later on, there was Valley Girl. John Hughes hadn't started yet. Fast Times at Ridgemont High is great, but it's also dark. It was California and said nothing to me about my life, Morrissey. So I'm gay, secret, super in the closet gay, obviously. And the movies come out, and it's about teenagers, these older people playing teenagers, and they all get brutally slaughtered unsuspensefully and uncinematically, in my opinion. The first Friday the 13th, kind of, but I hated going to all these movies. And then, of course, there's Prom Night and Terror Train and all the things in there where some were clever than others, some were interesting than others, some I liked more than others. But like these people my age are just getting killed. Then in 82, AIDS comes along. I know I'm gay. I'm going to college. I'm like, oh, then I did start to watch my friends get killed by AIDS. So slashers, like to me, I was always, and then there was also the other thing there was for teenagers was Porky's, which is just, I've heard some young millennial Porky's apologists. At the time, I was like, this fucking piece of shit. Also, it was all about titties and girls and fucking girls. And I kind of had a girlfriend. It was like all this pressure to fuck girls and love titties. And like what we know
just
now
like
is
the boys and Porky's.
Yeah. Just like, either kill them or fuck them. Don't have friendships with them. God forbid. Right. And the worst thing on earth you could possibly be is gay, you know? So this one for me, I saw this it came out in the spring, I think, of like 82. I would have still been in high school, maybe the summer, but I was just either out of high school. And I remember seeing it because it was one of the first like 3D, like, I'm trying to my camera, like, here's an eyeball. Whoa. Yeah. And it wasn't until I did the research on this, I'm like, oh yeah, it really was first. We're like, Pitchfork.
Yes.
Yes.
And it just, I've rewatched it like twice this week, and I want to like it. I want to love it, and I don't love it the way I love a lot of other things of 80s horror. So I'm just not a slasher guy. I think I'm not into kills. I've watched people. I've seen enough people die. I've been there after people have died. I have no romance or excitement about it.
Yeah.
I also, I was the generation, we saw people get killed on TV for the first time with the assassinations in Vietnam. And I was just like, I don't want to see that. And I had so much anxiety anyway about being gay. So there's my rant about particularly Friday the 13th. I liked it more when it more bananas and Corey Feldman comes in, and then it's just like, more ridiculous. Yeah. But it's like these nice young people who are like shiny bright and having a good time, who are like, we barely know them before they're horribly murdered, especially in the one, is it 2? The guy's in the wheelchair and the guys, or is that 4?
2.
That's 2.
Yeah.
He's so sexy. And the guy who now is out gay, who's so sexy.
Yeah.
It just made me sad and upset. Yeah. Also, of course, nothing in there showing me that I might have a life in a world. Yeah. Out in the world.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you've got young people going on vacation and then like getting immediately murdered. So it's like,
I didn't need it.
The promise of a great time is like gone like horribly awry.
And this is happening in real time. It's happening for me in real time.
Yeah.
My point was like, I'm a teenager watching these teenagers and I have nothing else on the big screen that are teenagers.
Right.
Well, and it's almost the good time where lack of representation is actually kind of nice, because at least in the first 5 or 6 years of the slasher wave, there isn't even like coded gay victims. They're all just like
Corey Parker and what's his name and the leather daddy stuff. Which one is that?
Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
2, yeah. Which we
that's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
No, not 2. I mean, in a Friday the 13th, the actor Corey Parker and another guy, it's not Larry Monson, but someone like that, where they're like in leather hats. They're like in leather daddy outfits.
Oh, the 5th one.
Yeah, 5.
That's the one I've seen the least, so that's why it's not familiar
they're like
to me.
Traveling together in a car and they're kind of bickering, and I don't remember specifically, but it's just like, why are they in leather daddy outfits, like black leather jacket? Because they're not like, if they're bikers, they're not driving motorcycles. They're like, it's just, it feels like 2 twinks in daddy's leather hat.
Yeah, a callback to 2, Freddy's Revenge,
but it's Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Yeah.
So in this note, we will leave you guys off for this episode. But if you want to hear Sam talk more about his favorite Friday the 13th movie, hop on Friday and you'll catch up with us for Friday the 13th Part 3 3D. This podcast has been presented and produced by Stuart Ross and Jesse Tebbett. edited by Stuart Ross. All recording equipment provided by Photo Booth Productions. To support our podcast, join us at patreon.com/anothergayhorrorpod.